In just a few months, I'm heading off around Australia. But before we hit the dirt, I need to fix what years of off-roading have done underneath. Let's bring this thing back to life. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to hit everything with the gurney, get all like the loose mud and everything like that off. Just so when I'm sanding it, it doesn't get in my eyes. I've got the wire wheel on the impact. I've got this thing so I can crawl around under there and go to town. And I'm just gonna tie myself up like a balaclava sort of thing, put some shades on so I don't get anything in my face. So pretty much all I'm doing is I'm getting this one and getting all like the most exposed bits, like there, like that, in like say there, and like here there, and probably all up in there. I'll get this longer one, or flat one, so I can try and get up in there as much as I can. There is gonna be spots where you can't get, but you do what you can. In other words, it is what it is. Alright, so this step in the process is definitely the messiest and the worst step. Like there's stuff everywhere, but it's the most essential bit if you want the paint to stick to your chassis. So unfortunately we're gonna have to keep grinding away. So alright, so I spotted a bit of just like surface rust on the front axle sort of thing. Just gonna get a bit of rust converter, put it in this little yogurt container, and I'm gonna get a towel, and then just gonna wipe it on, leave it for however long, just a damp bit like that, and then pretty much just wipe it on like that. And that's just the rust. Well, it's just a bit of surface rust, but just like along there, on there, over there, just like bits and bobs all over the place. Bit on, bit there, bit over 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 here. Oh, that's Mr. Chewy. How you doing? How you doing, Chewy? All I'll need to do is just mask up everything that I don't want painted, and then spray. So before I go paint underneath, I'm going to use this heavy duty super wash just to get all the grease and all the grime off, so when I go to paint it, it actually sticks. Just going to put it in this thing here and then spray it off with a gurney. I went surfing yesterday morning and ended up with this big thing. It's pretty much, I was on my longboard and I got onto a wave, closed down, and I jumped off my board and the thing went straight through my arm. At the moment I can't feel my fingers, and yeah, I need to go get it checked out tomorrow to see if I need surgery, but fingers crossed I don't. Got this stuff here, you buy it from like Repco, super cheap, all that sort of stuff, and it's like a film so that none of the overspray gets on my car. I'd rather put that up to be safe than spend time trying to get the overspray off. Not that much. Oh. fold it out. Goes like that. For the first coat, I used 3 1-litre spray bottles, and that covered probably 50% of the underneath of the chassis. And I ended up buying 4 litres more of chassis paint in the drum, and I probably used about 2 more litres of that, so all up about 5 litres to paint all underneath, which isn't too bad. There's still a lot of paint, but it's going somewhere. If I was to do it again, I just would have bought the drummer paint, as you can thin it out to what you like. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. For like a home sort of job, it's like perfect. Like, rather than going and paying thousands of dollars to get it professionally done, just do it at your house, you know, take your time. It took me about 2 weeks with some mishaps, and yeah, it turned out sweeter than I thought, and it looks pretty gnarly under there. And this is the final product. And me and Joey went on a camping trip probably a couple of weeks later, and I'll roll on some clips of that. See ya. Just got the donuts. Got myself a peanut butter Nutella donut. Chew's got himself a doggy donut for often. And look at that, mate. It's a bit cloudy, I will say that. But yeah, we got a munching on that. Oh, yeah, mate. What do you reckon? Ready? Try some of that. Oh, holy damn. Yeah, I'll put it over here for you. Have a munch on that.